Yo, check it out, everyone. So, we're talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures musical references for Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable, today. So, we've already looked at Part 1, 2, and 3, and there's still a shit ton more to go through. So, join me today as we break down some of the other musical references that Araki has placed throughout this. I hope you enjoy, so here we go. So we're talking about Rowan Kisashida. So Rowan is probably one of my favorite minor characters in it, but he plays a huge role overall, and I really enjoy his new side manga. So we're talking about Rowan's stand, Heaven's Door. So Heaven's Door has a really cool ability with Rowan being a mangaka, being able to turn the person that gets hit by the stand into a manga where you're able to read their inner thoughts, weaknesses, strengths, any secret abilities. So Rowan's stand, Heaven's Door, is built around Bob Dylan's Knocking on Heaven's Door. I really dug this, and just because I really enjoyed Bob Dylan growing up. So this is a little cool one. So we're going to talk about Dark Moon Boy, which is Rowan's manga that he created for the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Well, Dark Moon Boy is a play off Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. So this dirtbag right here is Kamami Kobayashi. So Kamami is a real piece of work, but we're going to be looking at his stand called The Lock. So the Lock basically plays off your guilt, where your guilt, the guiltier you feel, the more it weighs you down. So your guilt is your own punishment. Well, The Lock as a whole is a play off one of my favorite Who songs called The Rock. Say that 10 times fast. Next on the list is Toshikazu Hazamada. So he has the stand of Surface. Surface can mimic and force synchronize anybody that they see, but it's a play off the 80s R&B band of Surface. Next up is a hairstylist's worst nightmare, and we're talking about Yukako Yamagishi. So she has the power of hair manipulation and control with the stand's name called Love Deluxe. So Love Deluxe is actually a pretty powerful stand, but it's named after Sade's band album by the same name. Up next in the batter's box is Tonio Trussardi. So Tonio Trussardi is a chef with a dark side, but he holds the stand called Pearl Jam. And if you haven't figured it out, Pearl Jam itself is a play off the early 90s grunge band of the same name, Pearl Jam. Next we're talking about Suzaku Joestar. So Suzaku has the stand of Octum Baby. So Octum Baby is a play off U2's album of the same name.